Hi, this is Lindsay from Top Hat. In this video, we will be covering creating a chemistry response question. Chemistry response questions are currently in beta. This means that we are still working on improving this feature and are welcoming all feedback. If you have any feedback, please let us know at support@tophat.com. Chemistry response questions allow professors to pose complex chemistry problems to students, and students can in turn respond to questions using superscript, subscript, and reaction arrows. Using complex logic, chemistry formula questions can automatically detect any equivalences, making grading a breeze. Due to the unique student submission methods of this question type, we recommend assigning a couple of these practice questions for your students to complete so they can gain experience answering them in a low-stakes environment. To get started by creating your question, simply click the Create button, select Question, and then choose Chemistry Response. From there, you'll be provided with the question building framework in which to build your chemistry response question. You'll want to begin by inputting a unique title for your question. Then, type your question in the field using the menu that appears upon clicking in the field to add images, tables, and formatting. You can also click on the sigma symbol to access a math editor where you can use the chemistry keyboard to compose your question. When you're finished with the math editor, simply click the blue OK button in the bottom right to close the editor and return to the question creation window. It is optional, but you can choose to provide your students with a template to complete if you'd like. Should you wish to do this, simply click in the template field, use the drop-down to select the most appropriate keyboard, and then provide your students with the framework in which to guide them in answering the question. Clicking the R button to the far right of the keyboard selector drop-down will place a student response box. When your students are responding to the question, they will be provided with the template you have created and will complete the chemistry formula by filling in this response box, in essence a blank. Should you wish to accept more than one correct answer, simply click the blue circle with a plus sign in it to be provided with an additional tab for your alternate correct answers. As far as grading method goes, using the provided drop-down menu, you can select the most appropriate chemistry grading method for your question. Your selection will depend on what validation results you want to achieve. A very brief definition of each is provided here, and if you want more information and a more detailed overview, please navigate to support.tophat.com and search for the article Professor Creating a Chemistry Response Question. The options available for you will be equiliteral. The equiliteral method checks if a chemistry expression is literally equal to the one set in validation. A student's response will have to be exactly the same in order to be marked as correct. You can use equiliteral when you want to specify a particular form of the chemical expression as the correct answer. The second option is equivalue. The equivalue method compares numerical values that may be represented in different ways, such as 1 liter being equal to 1,000 milliliters. Equivalue will evaluate the expression to a numerical form for comparison. This means that as long as the value given by the student is equal to the result the author was expecting, the question will be graded as correct. Use equivalue if you are expecting a numeric result or if using units of measure. The other option is unit. The unit method is used for unit comparison and checks if the expression has the expected units in it. You can find a list of supported units again at support.tophat.com on the Professor Creating a Chemistry Response question. Unit is commonly used in conjunction with the equivalue that we discussed a moment ago. Lastly, string match. The string match method is used for literal string comparisons. This compares the value set by authors in validation against a student's response and evaluates if the two values are the same. String match is a simple comparison method, and it does not take the syntax or data type set in the validation area into account. To set the correct answer, click in the correct answer field to be provided with the math editor in which to input the correct answer. You can use the drop-down menu to select the most appropriate keyboard from which to provide the correct answer. Clicking anywhere else on your screen will close the math editor and take you back to the question creation framework. The grading method selected will dictate which additional grading options are provided for you. Some possible options include the number of accepted significant decimal places, ignoring leading and trailing spaces, and inverse result, to name just a few. Again, the options provided for you will vary as a result of your chosen grading method. Below the variable grading options, you will see a blue Add button. Clicking on this will allow you to add an additional grading method for this specific correct answer. You can even control the keyboards that your students have available to them when they're answering the question. For chemistry response questions, the chemistry keyboard will be the default keypad available for students. Selecting keyboard will provide students with what the system believes to be the most appropriate keyboard given the correct answer that you provided. You can add additional keyboards by clicking on the blue Add button and delete them by clicking on the X next to the right of the keypad name. The grading options will take on the course default grading, but can be changed to reflect what makes sense for this particular question. When you are happy with the question you have created, simply click the Save button in the bottom right corner. Your newly created question will appear in your list of course content to be added to a folder, embedded in your slide presentation, or added to a textbook or assignment. As mentioned previously, chemistry response questions are currently in beta, which means we're still working on perfecting them. As a result, there are some limitations that we're working on addressing, but are important for you to know. Chemistry response questions will not currently work in Top Hat tests. When presented, will not provide the option to show question reports, will not support hints and explanations, and are not supported on Professor mobile apps. Hope this video helped you in the creation of a chemistry response question. Should you have any additional questions about that or anything else Top Hat related, please don't hesitate to reach out to our support team at support@tophat.com.